I'm Trish. I am going to do a little reading today on Idaho 4 for the True Crime reads. Now, I was going to take a little break from True Crime reading, just temporarily, but then I had a dream and I just wanted to share the dream with you. Now, normally I dream premonition dreams. They're not normally true crime dreams. I have had the Nicola Bully dream, but that's the only time I've ever dreamed about a true crime situation. But this dream here that I had was I was driving home. I believe I was one of the 6 housemates that was in that house, and I was in a car, and then there was somebody else in the car with me. So I wasn't alone in the car. Somebody else was in the car with me, having a conversation. They were bringing my attention to a hat, something about a hat. So the person that was talking, not a housemate, somebody else that was in the car, was talking, and he was talking about I'm not even wearing my hat at the moment. So, and he was saying the hat, something to do with hunting or killing. So I'm trying to get the words out here right for what he actually said. The sense that he gave me was they were bringing my attention to the hat, something about the hat, and that he was saying something about a killing hat. So almost like when the hat goes on, it's like a killing hat or something like that. It was not exactly those words, but that's kind of the sense that the dream gave me. Now, I also was thinking in the dream that it was like because he mentioned killing with a hat, something about hat and killing, putting those two things together, and made me think of like the hunter's hat, like the fur bit coming off it, like the fur tail. Made me think of, now I don't believe that's what it was. I don't think you're going to see someone getting around in that hat. Perhaps that is something. Perhaps that means something. The person could be into hunting. But just by putting the killing word next to the word hat, the male that was talking in the car said he doesn't even have his killing hat on right now. I think that's what he said. Person being one of the housemates that was in the car, that energy was then tense, almost like not realizing before someone's intentions, but perhaps getting an inkling of someone's true intentions. I'm just trying to work this through, how I feel about the dream and what emotions that's bringing up for me. But it was, the sense was fear. There was a bit of fear in this person hearing that. I don't think that's I don't believe that's a conversation that was had in the car. I'm feeling that conversation was had for my benefit, to draw my attention to killings and hat, putting those two things together, but having also drawing my attention to being one of the housemates, having that first feeling of fear about somebody else's intentions. I feel like that's where the dream was taking me with that. Now, once we got back to the house, when we got to the house, they were showing me a house that had a lot of people, like a lot of rooms, a lot of people in the house. They showed me somebody sleeping on a lounge, so I don't know if that's important. Now, I know it's never been said, but how do we know that somebody wasn't sleeping on a couch and that person was then covered up for, or during that time of them not calling the police, that long gap of period, maybe that person left the house, and maybe it was never mentioned that person was there for whatever reason. I don't know, but they showed me when they were walking into that house, they showed me somebody sleeping on a lounge. So I don't know if that's significant or if that means anything, or whether this person had stayed there previously and slept on the lounge, but they were drawing my attention to somebody sleeping on a lounge or laying on a lounge. Significant in this case. So I don't know how that fits in, but this is just one of the things they showed me in the dream. I felt the person, when they got into the house, had fear, like one of the roommates actually had some fear. It gave me that feeling of going into a room and locking a door. That's the kind of feeling that I got from that. So that's pretty much the dream. I didn't see any killings or anything like that. They were just drawing my attention to somebody being in somebody else's car. So a car, somebody going home, either being dropped off or driven somewhere, or being in a car with another person going back to the house on the night of the killings, because I'm talking about the killings and hat. So perhaps somebody with a hat is also significant, because they were drawing my attention to killings and hat, so putting those two clues together. but somebody being dropped off is important, or somebody being in one of the housemates being in somebody else's car is an important part of that as well. I don't know a lot about this case, but these are just some of the things that we're putting together in trying to draw my attention in the dreams anyway. So let's just have a little look at this case. And as I said, I'm not overly familiar with it. I know a little bit about it, but yeah, I'm not following up and keeping up with all the latest on this case. Okay, so let's just see if the card's going to come through with anything related to the Idaho 4. Okay, so here we're looking at judgment. Here that's the legal system and the guilty. So a guilty judgment. Straight off the bat, that's what we're looking at here. Justice system and guilty. Straight off the bat is coming out there. Over on this side, okay, so over on this side there's something about the situation that's unseen or not known. Unseen, and that's related to a confrontation. So the confrontation, there was some kind of confrontation that's not known by maybe, well, it probably is known by the authority, but it's not known by the public. So it's bringing, these cards are drawing me into split mind mental illness. This one says split mind mental illness, but it's two separate scenarios. And here we're seeing somebody that hasn't seen something coming, or something about this is unseen, somehow related to a confrontation that was going on. Can you be more specific here, please? Who was the confrontation about? Okay, I started getting a second question there. I think that's why the cards just went a bit nuts there. I should come back to that question. Follow the money there as well, and wrong direction. But I'm getting purposely disappeared someone there. So because I had two questions going on in my mind, I will come back to that one, and I will seen or surveillance. So it's funny, this card says seen or surveillance and unseen. So okay, so on one hand where somebody's seen something or said they've seen something, but on another hand it's unseen. We've got the person here with the two hands. So two hands, in one way it's seen, but in another way it's not seen. So surveillance. Okay, so but that's the surveillance. That's not a person seeing something. That's not one of the surviving housemates that saw somebody walking past. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about surveillance. We're talking about something that's been caught on surveillance cameras around a confrontation. I'd say with Maddie and Kaylee, a confrontation. Okay, that's one thing. On the other hand, we're talking about, because I'm hearing Ethan, we're talking about a confrontation with Ethan that was not seen. So, okay, so there's been some kind of surveillance or surveillance cameras of a confrontation or something that went on with Maddie and Kaylee, not them two fighting, but with somebody else. And then on the other hand, we've got something that went on, a confrontation or something that went on around Ethan, unseen. Okay, not sure what that means, but that's what I'm getting there. That's what those cards mean. Now, what I just wanted to touch base on, and I'll put these cards back, is the dream that I had. I just wanted to check in. Okay, person in the hat, or related to a hat, connected to the hat, is that significant? Okay, related to the dream I had, and they were drawing my attention to a hat. Is it significant about the perpetrator? To do with a hat? Okay, what I'm getting here is in the room, the person in the room and the party substance. So the party substance in the room. That was the other question that I was going to ask. Was somebody else sleeping there, or was somebody else staying on a couch? And I'm getting put in a room, or in a room after going to a party or drinking. Okay, purposely disappeared again. Purposely disappeared. Okay, what I feel like that is related to is that if somebody was staying on a couch, over that time between when the police was called, there was time to have that person not be in that house. because this card's come out twice. Purposely disappeared has come out twice. So once when I was thinking about the question, I didn't say it, but I was thinking about my dream and, you know, was somebody staying in that house, somebody else that wasn't supposed to be staying in the house, staying in the house, but they were purposely disappeared. This card came out twice. So maybe in that time there was time for somebody to come in and get them out of the house. Okay, as far as the hat goes, we've got the family connection or a family connection card there, and walk away, run away, not involved. Okay, not involved. Person with the hat, not involved. Okay, I don't know who the person with the hat is, but it's saying walk away, run away. Did Adam wear a hat? Because this person got away, left, went away somewhere. So the person with the hat that left the scene or got away or disappeared or maybe purposely disappeared, but they're saying they're not involved. They're not involved. Somehow there's a family connection there with that one, and somehow that's related to purposely disappeared. Okay, so if for instance, now what I'm getting, if that person with the hat that's purposely disappeared, that's gone, they may not have been involved, but do they know something? Okay, I'm just thinking, just trying to connect these pieces together. Okay, let's give you more information on that one there. Okay, somebody's staying in a room after, or somebody's staying in a room after going to a party, or, you know, and that wouldn't be unusual, like party substances, or staying there after a party, that wouldn't be unusual, I wouldn't say. Okay, anything else there related to the dream that I had? How is that connected to this case, please? Okay, so it's saying that it's exposing secrets, it's exposing something. So the dream was trying to get me to expose something or open up something. Again, family connections, family connections there. Walk away, run away. We've got the same card. Okay, and as I said, I'm not overly familiar with this case, but the same cards are coming out over and over again, which is saying, reinforcing that this message needs to be told. We're exposing something. There's some kind of secret going on. So was that secret being somebody knows something, they're not saying something, they're holding onto a secret? Or is it that this person was in the house and then they got away, so they walk away, run away? Somehow there's a family connection there though to this. Does someone's family know? I'm not sure what the family connection is, but it's come out twice, so obviously it's important. Like I said, I'm not a sleuth. I don't really get into these cases, and I'm a card reader, so I just, you know, get the cards and see what the cards think. So the viewers, you that watch these videos, you're the sleuths, you're the ones that piece it all together, watch all the videos and put it together. So I don't know. Is there a family connection somehow related to somebody that got away or run away from the situation, also connected to a hat wearer, and or either is exposing something, or he has a secret, or the secret is that they got him out, they got this person. I say him, I feel him because I'm saying him. Okay, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if any of that makes sense. Okay, any final words on this one? Anything else around this case? Now you can, I'm intentionally not asking on Brian Koberger, I'm asking about the case itself. Okay, Hanged Man. Okay, and now noticed that I mentioned Brian Koberger, we have a connection and we have hanged. So I know, look, Hanged Man is delays and suspensions in the tarot. It's it means things aren't going to be fast. It's like things happen, it's slow, the justice will take slow. And I'm just coming back to the cards that fell out earlier was the justice, judgment, and guilty judgment. will take time because this is the suspensions and slow. Also can indicate a maybe death penalty because it's the hanged man. So just keep that in mind. But connection, there's a connection. Okay, so anything else? I'm just clearing thoughts now with BK. So is there anything else around this case that needs to be exposed or shown? Okay, so we've got, okay, the battle. So there's some kind of battles going on there as well. And we've got the judgment card again, the judgment card and the world card. So the world card is the end of situation, judgment being, I guess, being the end of it. So I guess that brings peace to the family. Okay, it brings peace to the family having a guilty judgment, having a judgment made. Brings peace and resolution. I know it doesn't bring emotional heart peace because there's a loss that we'll never feel. No judgment will ever feel a loss like that. But it's saying that a judgment's needed, and it kind of ends it because we've got the world card. The world card is the end of the situation, so a judgment is needed to bring an ending here, like an ending to it. But it is saying here that there's a powerful person or group involved here. So somehow there's a powerful person or group involved, and there's a bigger picture to it. So there's more to this situation and a bigger picture to it, but it's saying that somehow related to battles that was going on. And again, in the first spread that I did, it was showing me confrontation. One confrontation seen and known, another confrontation not seen or not captured on surveillance. So there was seemed to be like maybe more than one confrontation going on here, which is significant. Anyway, as I said, I don't really follow this case too much. I know a little bit about it. So if any of this makes sense to anybody, please pop a comment down there for me. Thank you, and thanks for joining me.